What's going on, YouTube? You're back with the Shades. We're continuing our Let's Play of Katawa Shoujo. It's been a while, hasn't it? It's just that I often, like, I've said this before, but I often just record whatever I feel like on the day. So, it's been just a lot of Seduce Me, the Otome. It's fun, because Kimmy's here regularly, so it's just like if she feels like recording, we can record. So, there's that. So, anyway, I've officially switched to a 20-minute limit instead of a 30-minute limit. I feel like that makes it a bit more digestible as a series. It does lengthen how much I can record. It does make it easier for me, meaning that I can record a lot more, and I have less to edit. It makes it a lot easier for me, I suppose. But whatever, it's fine. It's fine. So anyway. Last time we left off, I think Hideki was being jumped by Misha, and it's fine because, you know, Hideki seems to be a lot more of an awkward character than I thought he was, which is fine, it's fine. It's just that learning how awkward of a character he is weird because, you know, his sister is so outgoing and actually has a personality while Hideki is just weird with weird hobbies. Oh well. So anyway. Hideki freezes as Misha appears behind him and puts her hands over his eyes. Oh, hello? I'm not clicking the window? I'm not in the window! Yay! Hi! Guess. Oh god, it's not going through the... It's coming in through the speakers, not the microphone. Oh no! Sorry guys, when I switched audio devices, the mic messed up. As it does. Which is normal, completely normal. It's just that I didn't expect it to be playing through the speakers. It's fine. It's fine. We're all fine here. Edgar's fine. I'm fine.
Nobody asked.
Okay. Alright then. He seemed to be finally loosening up, too. God damn it, I'm not clicked in the screen. Hi, Misha. Is Shizune with you? Hee-chan, no spoilers. Don't spoil it. Don't ruin the surprise, okay? Misha. Bingo, that's right, but it was too easy, somehow. I don't know what she means by somehow. Too many people can tell it's me. I want to surprise someone. I thought for sure that Hideki would be fooled. Why weren't you? You are the only person who does that. You and kidnappers. Really? Why do you laugh? Are you giving Hisao trouble? I thought you would take him somewhere more exciting than the park. It isn't even that far from home. You are so lazy. Hideki, are you giving Hee-chan trouble? You should have taken him somewhere more exciting. The park is too close to home. Shi-chan says you're lazy. He wanted to come here. Why are you so argumentative? I have to keep my little brother in line. What is she saying? You must be kept in line. Really? They're ready to go at each other's throats this quickly. On one hand, I heard that siblings fighting so much isn't uncommon, and the fact that they fight at all proves that there's some level of communication going on, so it's nice that they get along. They argue all the way back home. Misha translates for Shizune and I for Hideki, so it looks more like we're the ones arguing instead, except not really. Nobody could listen to Misha and believe that. The day got entertaining in the end, at least. Well, what do you know? Another one of the situations of I could have put this in the last part and it would have been fine. Whatever. Despite having been here for 2 days, whatever, it feels like it's been much longer. I wake up feeling more tired than refreshed. Maybe because I've been moving around almost constantly since I got here. Whatever the reason, it makes me get up unusually late each day. I like sleeping in, but it could be inconvenient if it ends up becoming a habit. I can hear a deep male voice shouting loudly in the background. It must be Shizune's father. Or maybe with the size of this place, its creditors. More likely the former, since the yelling doesn't seem angry, just loud. Oh god! Well, hello, Daddy. Not in a sexy way, just weird. He does not look like his children. At all. And he's carrying a sword. Just zoom in on that sword. Why? Are you overcompensating for something, Mr... What's his last name? I don't remember. Shizune, Misha, and Hideki are sitting in the living room having a one-sided conversation with a giant bear man who alternates between shoveling away food from a plate balanced on his leg and twirling a sword. From what Shizune and Hideki are like, I expected their dad to be a very reserved, clean-cut, possibly androgynous person, so I'm pretty surprised. I'm surprised for a while until he starts talking to me. Hello, you must be Shizune's other friend. Did you have a good night's rest? The guest rooms are a bit sparse. If there's anything you need, feel free to tell me. Thanks, you must be Shizune's father. It's nice to meet you. I'm Shizune's classmate, Hisao Nakai. The pleasure is mine. I wanted to meet you after hearing that I would have a second guest in my house. Unexpected. Hear something like that, and obviously you want to see what that person is like. Would you like my business card? He holds up a case full of them for a second, and I can see his name is Jigoro. His name is Gigolo, pronounced with a Japanese accent. Jigoro. What? I'm not sure. Is this game making a joke? I'm confused. Whatever. His name is Jigoro, and that his office hours are from 8 to 6. They also say that he's a consultant. What a prepared guy, carrying his card case around in his own home. We're just sitting down at a slightly late lunch. You're just in time to join us. Good. Pick a place to sit down, and I'll bring you a plate. I hope you don't mind eating bear liver. I thought that bear liver was toxic. Either way, the thought of eating a bear liver doesn't appeal to me other than for the ability to tell people that I've eaten bear liver. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to try it, but Shizune's dad merely laughs. I'm just making a joke, although it wouldn't be such a bad idea to cook up some bear livers for you kids. That will make you strong. We're actually having omelets. I'll make you one right now. Is that unusual for you, having an omelet for lunch? Very unusual. No, not at all. Jigoro vanishes to where the kitchen must be. I'm surprised that despite living in this place, he has to cook my lunch. Maybe he only cooks because he likes to. My steaming plate of food is done in very short time. It smells really good. Are you in the student council like Shizune? Is the student council that busy that Shizune has to drag her friends along with her everywhere she goes? Sometimes a vacation is just a vacation. You're right about the student council part. I think we're just here for fun, though. I see, is that right? When I was young, our student council had so much work that I don't think we could have afforded going on a vacation. It must be nice having so much free time. Should give you plenty of time to think about your future. I do not like the direction that discussion is taking, and start thinking about how to avoid it. Have you thought about it and what you want to do? No, I haven't given it much thought recently. What to do? What do you do if you don't mind me asking? It must be something pretty cool if you can get a house like this. Why do you want to know that? Children aren't interested in business. What business of yours is my business? Suspicious. I'm sorry, are you some kind of tax man boy? I guess he really does not like being asked questions. Hee-chan isn't a tax collector's boy, I think. Hee-chan, what do your parents do? He never told us. You, be quiet. Don't interrupt me. I hate being interrupted. Rude. Shizune doesn't look too happy with this turn of events. Even with Misha unable to sign to her what's going on, she can read the mood easily. Her glare becomes more smoldering as Jigoro continues to rant. One more thing, my fishing equipment. I came home and it was just in a big pile in the corner. Rods are just stacked haphazardly on top of tackle. That was me. I can't remember if it was actually him. If it wasn't, I appreciate that he's willing to take one for the team. It doesn't matter because Jigoro endures him without skipping a beat. Well, anyway, I'm glad that my fishing equipment could provide so much entertainment for my daughter's friends. Did not even tell me you were going to be using them. Those are expensive custom-made poles, not for dilettantes? What? I don't know these words. I suddenly became aware of the eggshell fragments in my omelet. Is he just a bad cook? Did he eat them for the calcium? Were they purposely added there to give me even more discomfort? Though confused, I am as unnerved as I think I would normally be. Then again, my life has been pretty strange lately, and I keep running into all sorts of different people. Nothing surprises me anymore. Didn't even properly clean them after use. Terrible. Do you even know how to fish? Unlikely. There are not enough poles here for all of you. How does that work? Did you all share? One person baits the hook and another casts. 2 people reel? Incompetent. Well, 6 of us went, and we couldn't do it all at the same time. First it was just me, Akira, Hideki, and Misha. Stop talking. It sounds unspeakably dirty. I've had enough of your filth. How vulgar. What the hell is happening? Make sure that your statements are not so embarrassingly carelessly worded next time. What? What? You are so disrespectful. Amazing. Are all delinquent types like this? Even the way you dress shows flippant disregard for authority. Sweater vest. Disgraceful. Delinquent? I'm on the student council. I'm hurt by his comment on my sweater vest, especially when it's coming from a guy in such a tacky shirt. I guess I can't really say anything though, he has a sword. He might also kill bears. Misha loudly puts her plate down on the table. That was delicious. Chi-chan and I are done now. Hee-chan, you are too, right? We should get going. What a simple yet effective exit strategy. I barely have the time to put down my plate before they pull me up and out of there, and finally outside. Unbelievable. It's like I'm watching God damn it. Unbelievable. It's like I'm really watching an interrogation. This is not a cop show. Guests definitely have responsibilities, but hasn't he ever heard of being a gracious host? Really? Misha attempts to sloppily mimic Shizune's anger, chopping gestures as best as she can. She has the expression down too, but the tone of her voice is the same as ever, thus lacking the anger necessary to bring it all together. Don't take it too hard, Hee-chan. Shi-chan's dad does this to everyone. I think it's like a joke. That was the most aggressive joke possible. I'm also not at all convinced it was a joke, considering this hastily staged retreat, but this isn't a good moment to discuss how Shizune's father might be a jerk. Hee-chan, let's go shopping. You haven't been to town yet, have you? It'll be fun. We can see the sights and go to an amusement park. Maybe eat at a good restaurant. We just had lunch. Even though I didn't eat much. It's okay. In that case, we just have to make sure that today is so busy that by the time we're done, it'll be time for dinner. Oh god, I have the cursor on. It works out perfectly. Come on, Hee-chan. They immediately flank me and hook my arms with theirs, Shizune taking one arm and Misha taking the other. At first, we almost trip over each other. Shizune walks at a very brisk pace, and Misha has an unusually bouncy way of moving around. We get the hang of it soon, though, and I noticed that we're going to town by cutting through the park. It doesn't seem efficient, so I'm guessing that this is the scenic route. Walking this way hinders how we can communicate with each other significantly. I can't talk to Shizune at all, and Shizune and Misha are down to one-handed gestures only. It feels nice, though, so I don't mind too much. When I make a crack about it to Misha, she responds with mild confusion. Really, Hee-chan? If you really want Cheese-chan's attention, you can tell me, and I can tap her on the shoulder for you. You can just let me go and I'll do it myself. How are you gonna tap her on the shoulder from over there? Like this! She suddenly stops in her tracks roughly and tries to reach behind her back and across my shoulders to get Shizune's attention. She succeeds, but only because when Misha stopped, I had to as well, or we'd all fall over. Obviously, Shizune had to jerk to a halt too. The sight makes Misha let out one of her characteristic laughs, which shakes us around more, and Shizune starts flailing her free hand to get her to stop, which only causes her to laugh harder. It is pretty funny to watch her getting so flustered, and I start laughing too. Cute! What a cute friendship. And that's another one. That was a really weird interaction. What the hell happened there? Shizune's dad seems like someone who's just really dense, doesn't get social cues and shit like that. Ugh. I hate people like that. Ugh. Ugh. I've met a few people like that. Oh god, it's bad. It's bad. It's bad, man. Feels bad, man. I've been neglecting my sign language studies, so I should probably spend some time studying up on it. Although I think I've learned a lot just by osmosis. I'm very proud of that, and will have to be careful not to brag about it. Most of the books I brought with me aren't manuals on learning sign language, but studies about different signing dialects. I know Shizune has some secret signals with Misha that only the two of them know the meaning of. After seeing a couple of them, this book caught my eye in the school library. Maybe I should incorporate some examples into my own signing to mess with them, because I'm pretty sure that they have started using their own code words more when I started learning sign language. That'll teach them. After a quick break for a shower, I resumed practicing my signing in the guest room mirror. Yesterday I crashed my fingers against each other pretty hard. It still smarts, and I don't want a repeat of that to happen again. I heard knocking on the door behind me and turned to my Hideki standing inside the doorway, staring at me. How polite of him to knock, but you usually don't open the door first. What are you doing? I'm practicing sign language. How long have you been standing there? I did not see anything. That isn't the point. I don't even know what he means by that. It's not like I was doing something that I would be ashamed to have people see me doing. Although sign language must look strange to most people, I'm only used to it from being around Shizune and Misha so much. I'm brushing up on my sign language and reading about it too. Stuff like the history of it, even though they cover it in sign language class. Your school teaches sign language as a class? Yeah, one of the first things they brought up was that it's not very common to do that. I guess we're very international or something. It looks fun. Well, I wouldn't call it fun. If you do not enjoy this, it seems like a lot of work to go through just to talk to my sister. Why does everyone keep saying that? Hideki's mouth twitches like he was about to laugh, but he restrains himself. Come to think of it, he hasn't laughed once since I've met him. I could take it as a compliment that he doesn't laugh at me, but I'm curious to see it. Laugh. Why? It was the fastest and most direct way I could think of towards accomplishing my goal. Can you teach me sign language? He says it plainly, but his body language is nervous, showing that he clearly needs to put some effort into ask. I guess Hideki likes his sister after all. I think Misha is a lot more approachable though, so I wonder why he didn't ask her. Secretly, I'm shouting yes inside. I had thought he wanted to learn sign language and even brought it up. But he had evaded the subject skillfully. It turns out I was right after all. I really don't know why this makes me so pleased. Sure. But now that I think about it, I'm not a sign language teacher. I don't even know where to start. In class, I'd be learning stuff gradually over a week. Does Hideki expect me to teach him anything usable in a one-day crash course? My teacher spent a couple days giving a history of sign. I decided to start off with that, to buy some time while I figure out how I can segue into hard stuff. 5 minutes in, Hideki raises a hand. I don't understand what you are doing. Well, you can't just jump into teaching, you know. You have to ease into it. It's like when you go swimming. You just jump into the lake like in some movie. I do not swim. It's like scientists managed to create a process to suck out all the hyperactive, infuriating, and childish qualities of a small child, then implant them into the dad, creating a raging jerk dad and leaving behind Hideki. I began to feel claustrophobic, despite the fact that the guest room is 3 times bigger than my dorm room, and that there's only 2 of us in here. It's all in my head, I know it, and I don't care. I still use it as an excuse to move the lesson outside. It's a lot easier to concentrate out here. Even the precious few seconds it took to relocate managed to allow me to sort my thoughts. There were no questions during this time. Hideki can't seem to talk and walk at the same time. That is weird. Eventually, however, I start to realize that if I'm going to teach him anything, I have to keep the lesson constantly moving. The second there's an opening for it, he'll ask a question, which will lead to more questions. Then there's no end to it. The second time he asks me why a certain hand motion means what it does, I have to reach deep into my memory to look for the etymology. I don't know about a gesture I only knew about a month longer than him. I start looking for an out. Hideki, let's take a break. Okay. Oh, fuck, I turned off the music again. What is your school like? The kid is like our little reporter, but it makes sense for someone his age to be curious, and this is one question I don't mind. Let's finish this conversation and then I'll end the part there. What's it like? I never really thought about it. It's top of this mountain, so it feels kind of isolated and lonely up there sometimes, even though that's why it has a pretty great view. The students there are interesting. Actually, I felt bad at first. You know what kind of school it is, right? Yes. I felt bad because I didn't want to go there. I don't even remember why I was thinking at the time. Probably it was something like a school for crippled people would be a depressing place. They were telling me to go be forgotten there. That everyone there was just living their lives for the most part, so I felt even worse. It wasn't different at all, so I felt kind of like a jerk. Shizune was the first person I met. She's in most of my classes, Misha too. They're always together. I guess the school is accommodating enough to pair them up as much as possible. There's this girl in my class, Hanako, whom I feel bad for. She has these burns and seems to have a complex about them, but I think she looks fine. She's a cute girl, and friends with Lily too. You know Lily, right? Does she bring up Hanako? Yes, sometimes. I'm trying to remember what else is interesting. We have a little track star ace who runs on these prosthetics. This is one girl, Rin, who doesn't have arms, but she's a great painter. Her art has this harsh, alive quality. Have you ever been to Yamaku? You've probably seen some of it hanging around. A little weird sometimes, but I've heard that artistic and creative types are like that. That reminds me. The guy who lives across the hall from me is pretty weird too, but it can be interesting at least. You are also interesting. Is that bad? And what's with that tone? What does that even mean? Are you saying I'm weird, Hideki? You talk a lot. My first instinct is to go on the defensive, but the more I think about it, he has a point. That's right, I do talk a lot. I don't think I used to. I think it's probably because of all the time I get spent around Shizune and Misha. Talking with them, I get caught up in all their circular logic and how they do everything. I feel like I'm going to be drowned out or left behind. My sister can drown you out? It's not like she can literally talk over me and stuff, obviously. It's hard to explain. They have more energy than I do. It's like an aggressiveness. I don't feel like I have to match it, but I want to. I think maybe your sister has that effect on people. Do you look up to your sister? He stares at me blankly, tense and confused as to how to react to the question. I will be better than Shizune. Better at what? at everything. Like what? I can do magic tricks. You mean like telling people you've got their nose, or more like the kind of magic trick where you pull a rabbit out of your ass? He doesn't look happy. Someday I will see Hideki laugh. I might try tickling him if I have to. Oh shit! Well, that's a good place to end the part. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like this video, hit that like button. If you want to see more videos from me or from this series, hit the subscribe button. And you're exiting the Shadyverse. My name's Shades, and I hope you enjoyed your day in the shade. See you guys later.